Last summer, we put together a Django code jam. Over 300 people signed up. It was the biggest event we've ever done. We saw a lot of creative submissions. One team created a social network for robots on Mars. Another team created an entire ecosystem of procedurally generated websites. And then, of course, there was this. So stick around until the end of the video, and I'll tell you how you can join one of these. Or if you're impatient, you can just go to our website. All the information is there. A code jam is an event where we put you in a team with 4 strangers, and the 5 of you have to work together to make something amazing. It's centered around a specific Python technology, in this case it was Django, and a theme that's revealed the day the jam starts. The theme for this event was Early Internet. The winners walk away with some nice swag. This year they got Django hoodies, they got JetBrains subscriptions, and they got Python Discord t-shirts. Let's jump right in and get started with the first project, a social media app by the Efficient Eagles. The Efficient Eagles coded a Reddit-like social media app. It provides a sign up and login feature. The whole app has this retro feel to it. You can see here that you can downvote and upvote posts. You can reply to them. So I'm using this site and I want to talk about Python. I'll create my own Python topic like this. And then inside of that topic, I can now write posts. So for instance, let's stick with the early internet theme here. How can I use Python to search Alta Vista for cool Pog Slammers? I think I just alienated 90% of you, but if you do get that reference, congratulations, you're old. You can also search for specific topics and posts. Let's see if we can find one about Limp Bizkit. Yeah, there he is. You might not know this, but it's actually this guy's way or the highway. But this is a really fun project, Efficient Eagles. Well done. And don't think we didn't notice that HTML comment. Next up is the Talented Tigers with their Spiderweb website. Very nice Doom effect on the logo. What I like the most about this project though is how they generate the content. When you click on a link, it uses GPT-2 and Wikipedia to automatically generate the web page content. So we can click through here, get to this page, and then you sort of just keep traveling down the rabbit hole. An endless, procedurally generated rabbit hole. I think I could just keep clicking forever. I mean, I shouldn't. Maybe just one more click. What if the entire rest of the video is just me clicking? It could be. Yeah, okay, it's not. I'm done. You know, my favorite type of project to come out of these code jams is when people solve a problem in this completely novel, outside-the-box way. That's what this project is. It's brilliant. Now let's look at Bullfrog Mail by the Bouncy Bullfrogs. You can sign up for an account and use Bullfrog Mail to send emails. And it actually works. Like if 2 people sign up, you can send email between those 2 accounts. Let's write an email now to Guido van Rossum, congratulating him on his new job at Microsoft, where he was recently hired as a distinguished engineer. Dear Guido, great job. Get it? Because I'm saying he did a great job, but I'm also saying he got himself a great job. And it's like a double meaning. It's really clever, right? And then just best regards, Lemon. He'll know what I'm saying. We have good rapport. By which I mean I spoke to him one time. You can also archive mail, and you can search in different mailboxes. Oh, and because this is an email client during the early internet times, you can also surf the web with this hilariously basic built-in search engine, which was actually quite common in early in-browser mail clients. It's time to be mesmerized by the Hypnotic Hedgehogs and their project, A Brief History of the Internet. This project aims to replicate the early internet experience on systems like Windows 98, dial-up sounds, and all. Now, this is a real thing. Here we have a friend of Clippy, the internet wizard, here to guide us on our early internet journey. Let's take a look at some of these websites. YouTube here, with the first ever video actually posted to YouTube, me at the zoo, nice. Twitter, how it might have looked if it had been launched, 10 years earlier. Oh, hey, Google. This is the first website that actually existed when this operating system was popular. But this page is definitely my favorite. Bob's blog, full of beautiful animated GIFs. Very authentic. Bob's blog. That's fun to say. Bob's blog. Also, kudos to Bob on the domain verycoolblog.com. That can't have been cheap. Next up, Django Cities by the Cloudy Crocodiles. This is an homage to GeoCities from the early internet days, where pages were organized into these virtual neighborhoods. You'd write some basic HTML and CSS, and you'd add your page to one of these neighborhoods. Of course, the look of these early internet pages is quite different from what you might be used to today. Lots of garish colors, animated GIFs, marquees scrolling text across the screen, and these hideous pixelated clip art images. One thing to note about this project was the unit tests that were developed during the code jam itself. It's really not often that a team is able to put together unit tests during such a time crunch. Well done, Cloudy Crocodiles. For our next project, we're going to review Early Morning Internet by the Melodic Manatees. This is a sort of a fresh take on the early internet theme, which is nice. It's a homepage dashboard. You can log in and register to view your personal early morning homepage. We can add a journal entry or a to-do list item to start off our morning, view the news, check the weather. It also includes a multi-tab launcher, which was a thing. With a little bit of setup and a click of a button, you can have the morning routine of several different web pages opening up. Let's check out our Python morning multi-tab experience. Yeah, look at that. All my most important stuff. Alright, it's time to dive into the top 3 projects of the Code Jam. These projects were highly creative ideas, but they also had really impressive execution. The teams that made it into the top 3 managed to do a lot in a very short time, and they should be proud of themselves. In third place, we've got Spacebook by the Mysterious Mice. Spacebook goes for that niche market. It's a social network for robots on Mars. Here we can see the different profiles for the Mars rovers: Curiosity, Opportunity, Spirit, and Sojourner. It has this nice scrolling background thing going on. You can view the different pictures that each of the rovers have taken while on Mars, as well as some interesting stats about each. It even uses the NASA API to get this stuff, so it's all current. The social network also includes a text adventure game called Crash Landing. You can explore the Martian surface and get a feel for what the planet has to offer. It looks like mostly the thing that it has to offer is rocks and a lot of dirt. The Annoyed Alligators, our first runner-up, have developed SOCL, a CLI-based social network. This social network has your typical Facebook-type features, but with a plot twist. You have to type commands into a terminal to navigate and interact with the pages. Let's make an account, log in, and check out what people are saying. Looks like there's not really enough Python talk here. Let's change that. Python is the best language ever. And let's upload a picture. Let's check out some news about pythons, or maybe lemons. Here we go. Yeah. Cool. Now, before we get to the winning projects, let's talk numbers. This Code Jam had a 193% increase in total participants. In Code Jam 7, we had 220 participants, and in Code Jam 6, we only had 75. 86% of the teams managed to get their project into a more or less finished state. It's really impressive. 45 teams started, only 6 were disqualified or did not finish. 42% of the teams had at least one member drop out before the jam ended. Yeah, no, it wasn't just your team. It was just the nature of the thing. In terms of the experience level of the people who were participating, well, only 4% said they had just started coding. 11% said they had been coding for about 6 months, And then 42% said they had 1 to 2 years experience with programming, and 42% said they had more than 3 years. Now let's take a look at the winning project. The Juicy Jaguars made Web 95, a functioning and quite impressive Windows 95 clone. We can change our theme to a variety of different options. We can use the classic themes with like classic backgrounds that you might remember. Or perhaps we're in more of a vaporwave mode and we can choose this awesome retro background here. These are all authentic, by the way. These existed in the actual operating system. But what's really impressive about this project is that it lets you experience the web through an early internet lens. Yes, the entire web. The browser intercepts and rewrites the responses you get from websites so that they'll be restyled in an early internet way. Let's go see what python.org looks like. See, the styling goes quite in depth. Even some of the original images on the websites we visit are filtered and reprocessed to become more pixelated. Here's pythondiscord.com. A bit broken, but you could argue that this is a feature and not a bug. I mean, the early internet was quite broken. This project also includes a few fun Easter eggs. We've got this custom 404 page, really old school, I like it. Clicking this leads to a rickroll or a clickroll. And then my personal favorite. Here's what happens when you type Mother Russia into the browser.
So by now you're thinking, but how can I be part of this fine technical fait de trois? You have to join the community, first of all. And then once you're in, head over to bot commands, type !subscribe, and we'll let you know when stuff happens. If you participated in this code jam, or if you're one of the volunteers who helped run it, or a sponsor, then thank you for helping us make the world a little bit smarter. If you want to learn more about these events, you can head over to our website at pythondiscord.com. You can find information about the events, when the next one's going to happen, and how you can be part of it.